What's up YouTube, Mr. LimeSC here, and today we're going to be doing a Let's Play. This is a guided playthrough of the Barbarian class. So I'm going to be focusing on the Singer for this, which is using the Warcry skill and tree, the Warcry's tree there. However, obviously you can't get that till level 30, so in the time leading up to that, I am going to just be pounding dudes straight up, right? Just doing some double swing and frenzy and whatever stuff for just leveling to get there. So this is part normal. I'll have part normal, nightmare, and hell, and you can follow along. That's kind of the point with these Let's Plays is, one, I guess you can just watch it if you would like to enjoy it, but you can follow along, which I think is really a fun way to do it, right? So you can sit there and just speed it up if you're ahead, pause it if you're behind, and really just kind of keep going through it. Because for a lot of people that have played Diablo 2, a lot of them have played online, they haven't played single player, and they haven't actually played through the entire game. And maybe they have, but it was with like a sorceress or an assassin, a stronger class. This is the Barbarian. And it's actually one of my favorite playthroughs of the game, surprisingly. And it's because it's such a challenge. It's got a unique, different feel to it. And so I really think it's enjoyable. I think you guys will like it. And so, yeah, like I say, just follow through with this. If I'm going too slow, if I'm going too fast, you can obviously speed up or slow down the video and just kind of keep pace with it. But I will walk you through all of the things that you should need to know, all of the difficult areas, how we're going to get past them, and put you in a good spot. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it with the Barbarian. So the first thing to note about the Barbarian, we'll just take a quick look, is he is very strong with his strength and vitality, right? His vitality, for every point in vitality, he gains 4 to life, which is the highest of any class. So different classes gain different amounts of life per vitality point. And obviously he starts out with a lot of strength, starting with 30 right there. So getting to some of those nicer pieces of gear can be a little bit easier, but you can even wear a lot of good gear early on because of that. Energy, he's the worst. You get 1 point in mana per 1 point in energy spent. But with that being said, we actually will probably put some points in energy when we get to Nightmare and get to Warcry, because it'll actually be helpful. It's something that whenever you have more points in energy and vitality, it's going to actually give you a boost to the chance to crit for your potions. So your potions can actually do twice as much and twice the speed there. And so a lot of people don't know that. So that can be really helpful when you're trying to sing right here. And that being said, with the Warcry skill, the mana cost actually has come down some. They've lowered the amount in 2.4 to, I think it's 0.75 per skill instead of 1 mana additional per every point you put into it. So it's going to save you some mana, which is going to be very helpful in the long run. But for now, obviously, we are just going to start out. I like to throw the buckler on the ground because I don't like blocking. In the early game, blocking takes a lot of frames and kind of puts you in a block recovery, whereas these monsters aren't going to do enough damage to put me in hit recovery. So, save the frames by doing that. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. We'll come out to the Den of Evil, drop a town portal, and then we will continue over to the Cold Plain waypoint. You can obviously just follow the map if you would like, follow the trail. But I'm going to try and kind of run a little bit around. I know where this trail is going to take us. And I'm really just looking for stuff that's going to be worth gold right now. So things like staves are going to be worth gold. I mean, honestly, anything right now is going to be worth gold. Ooh, tri-res. That's fun. 1 energy, 3 tri-res. It's a fun little thing. So wands will be good, throwing knives, even things like rejuvenation potions. These are worth a lot of money, right? Rings, amulets, jewels, all sorts of stuff. So whatever you can grab is going to be helpful. Also, I love getting a scepter early on. And even right now, I could just say, okay, this sword is better and just swap it. Do a little bit more damage here. But I really love getting a scepter. Scepters just have really good damage. So you can go to players, or you can get level 2 out here if you would like. But we will just keep going forward. And our first stats and skill points, I'm going to put 5 into dexterity. And you could go vitality here as well if you want. But I kind of like getting the really early attack rating. We're going to need a little bit of dexterity anyways later on. And so having the early boost to attack rating for those first couple levels to hit is really nice. Over here, we're going to get our first point into Mace Mastery. And if you want to use a different weapon, you can, especially if you have something saved over, you can do that. But I am going to look for just selling this, seeing how much money I have, and I have enough for this. I like the poison damage add. And this gives me 339, that's 449. I'll sell this so I can buy just dual wielding scepters right now. Because like I said, they're just going to be extremely useful and extremely helpful. As they do have really good damage. And now with our Mace Mastery, you can see we're just going to be pounding dudes left and right. So you can run with either one of those. You don't have to have both of them or anything. But I know I'm going to work into Double Swing. And so having 2 weapons already, I think, is extremely helpful. And thank you to Mental Chaos for the sub. So again, just continuing to try and collect gold. And like I say, it depends. You know, for some of you, you'll already have gold and stuff in your shared stash. For many of you, maybe this is the first character that you're playing. You don't have anything like that. And, you know, so it is what it is there. We can go ahead and turn alerts back on here as we continue through. Oop,
so
kill the
glad
shaman.
you are doing these again. I've been watching your old playthroughs as I get into the game. Cheers.
Thank you, NT B80 with the 800 bits. Wow.
What's going on, llama?
Hey, killer. Yeah, I was just looking and I said, oh, it seems like a lot of people really enjoyed the playthroughs. And now Warcry, we do have a singer playthrough already, but first off, I wanted to convert it into D2R. Second, Warcry actually, and we'll just go another point into Mace Mastery for level 3, and then we can go to Vitality here. It has 30% more damage now as well. So they actually increased the damage and lowered the mana cost on it a little bit. So I think that'll be a very big help for this character and actually speed it up a lot and make it a little bit better, which is nice. Thank you, Creep Dog. Hope you're having a good day too. Not a lot, Killer Chicken. How are you? So we're just gonna clear the Den of Evil. Pretty standard stuff. Make sure you try not to leave that one monster somewhere that got resurrected. But, you know, it happens to all of us. And otherwise, in terms of gear, anything with a little bit of extra damage is really nice. And you can see just, I mean, we're just pounding dudes left and right here. So a little bit of damage is super helpful. And once you get here, you can see that I don't have any town portal scrolls. I could run all the way back, but I can also just exit the game and then rejoin. And it's totally fine because I got the Cold Plains waypoint, right? So that makes it like much easier. And we can get this. Rare bucklers are usually always good money early on. Same with even magic bucklers. A lot of times in the super early stages they're going to be really nice. I don't mind keeping that chip gem right there, actually. And let's go ahead and get these. Because if I found like a 2 open socket, I can't even get the 1 open socket. But if I found a 2 open socket, I could put a bunch more damage into it, or I could put this for some bonus attack rating, just to help chance to hit. Because like I said, those early chance to hit pieces are really nice. So we'll put another point into Mace Master right here. That's our Den of Evil point. And we'll continue to the Cold Plains. Miam, thank you very much for the sub. I did not, Kaio. And the nice thing is, you can see our Barbarian still right now is doing okay. He's hanging in there. He's doing okay damage. He's, you know, workable. Now, it will get more difficult for this character. So, that is one thing that I have to, you know, warn you a little bit about. This is one of the hardest characters overall, or if not the most challenging character to play through the game with, as it just is, you know, you're having to play melee for a lot of it. You're having to deal with that, and the damage output's a little lower. The attack rating is such an important piece. He doesn't really have a skill that's just, you know, like a smite or a charged strike that's just guaranteed to always hit. So it does make it a little more difficult. But I don't think that makes it worse.
Merzinic87 gifted
as I do love the
sub to
challenge
Monster
of
Energy
it.
Ultra. They have given 42 gift subs in the channel.
Thanks, Merzin. You know, I think it's a fun challenge. I like the play style of it all. So for level 4, we can go ahead and either go more vitality here if we want, or we can go more dexterity. Let's go ahead and get 5 more dex. And then this will be our last Mace Mastery point for now. And we can come over here. Also, always grab Experience Shrines. Those are the good stuff. And then we want to focus on killing bosses as we kind of move forward. So I'll talk a little bit more about that. But our next point will go into Bash, so then we can get Double Swing at level 6. Exactly, mouse. So, I don't have any stamina pots. That's what I should have got. We can actually go back and do it. It's a guided playthrough. So you'll see, like, even right here, oh, it's cursed. I want to be careful. You can always read the monster and see that it's cursed. So I want to focus him, kill him down before he can hit me. And then something else to notice is that right there is what I'm going to call a boss group. Okay, so they are worth 500% experience, and they have an additional 3 levels above the area. So it really just makes them super good and super valuable. So when I say we want to focus on boss groups, that's what I'm talking about right there. If we can just go and focus on killing those boss groups, it's going to be worth so much experience rather than killing like every single carver that we come across and all of this stuff. Like, you can kill this stuff, and it's okay, and it's worth a little bit of experience. But killing these guys, I mean, look at my experience bar as this guy dies. Right? Like, that's massive. That's like 10% experience on my bar per mob that died. So, it's just going to be worth so much more than, you know, all of the little, like, 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%, you know, that you're adding up here. And then obviously at this level it's going to be that much. But anyways, level 5. Really quick while I still have this experience shrine, let's try and kill a couple more of these boss guys. And killing the boss like Rakinishu or any minions are going to be worth just as much. So really you just want to kill any of them. You don't have to just say kill like Rakinishu and then leave it or anything. So, check that. Ooh, 1 to Mace Mastery. That's perfect. So level 5, we're going to go ahead and get 1 in Bash, and we'll put 5 more points into Vitality. We can continue forward. And different mobs are also going to have different experience values. I'm not against, you know, killing, you know, any mobs that you're kind of running across, especially on a playthrough where you're just trying to have fun, because getting levels is actually super important. I'm going to leave a TP here. getting levels is actually super important for Barbarian especially.
Cynic87 gifted a tier 1 sub to Cruduxy.
Thank you,
They have
Merzenic.
given 43 gift subs in the channel.
So that's the main reason right there, is because the defense or the chance to hit calculator has two parts to it. The first is your attack rating versus the monster's defense, and the second part is your level versus the defender's level. And so if your level is way under leveled, it's going to be very difficult to hit, even if, thank you, PR squared, even if you have okay attack rating. And you can already see, you know, we're starting to get a little bit of chance to hit missing going on here. So, like I say, getting a couple levels here and there actually does have a nice factor in helping out to just, you know, keep your character leveled up a little more and give you a better chance to hit, which will make this much more enjoyable for you as well. I think that's the other important thing to note is for a lot of people, that's really good gold right there. For a lot of people, getting that, this is definitely going to be level 2, unfortunately. Getting that chance to hit is a big difference between them actually enjoying the game and them being like, the Barbarian sucks, this isn't fun, I'm just going to go play a Sorceress, right? Because if you can only hit like 1 in every 3 times that you're trying to hit, you're just going to constantly get put into hit recovery. It's going to be awful. You're not going to have fun, blah, blah, blah. You're going to be just swinging at nothing. And level 6, we're going to get double swing there. And then we'll get more vitality. And this is actually going to be huge. You can see the very big damage output increase for us there, which is nice. Yeah. So we're going to double swing up, get a few points into that, and then we'll switch back to Mace Mastery. So the way that double swing works is it does have a light mana cost on it. I believe it starts at 2, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. But it actually goes down. And by level 6, it's virtually 0. And by level 9, it is actually 0. And so if you have a level 9 double swing, it costs 0 mana to swing, which means even if you get you know, mana burned and all this stuff, you're still going to be totally fine. So we like to put a few points into it. I usually go up to level 6 because at that point it's such a minimal cost. But feel free to put as many points or as few points as you want into it, and it'll just kind of change how your potion usage has to be. I guess we can go look for Tree Head. There he is. And at level 6, you are definitely going to be strong enough now where you can just kind of face tank a lot of stuff, which is really nice for this character. So we'll get this, and then we'll move over here. And no more vacations for another 7 years. Yep. We did our one vacation for 7 years. Okay, we found the tower. I want to find the waypoint. We have an experience shrine right next to the tower. I could grab it now, but the tower actually has a lot of boss groups in it. So I'm going to kind of wait because I want to go back, do Kane, do all that stuff, and then come back and take that down into the tower. And that'll actually be super nice for us. Give us a little extra boost. And we can keep running around. It looks like this might be a river map, actually, which I'm not super happy about. Okay, so we got a river, which is very unfortunate. So we got to hope that the waypoint's on this side and not, like, way up there. Otherwise, it could be awful for running around trying to farm all of the runes. We'll see how it goes. See where our waypoint is, and it looks like it's going to be on the other side. Unfortunate. Is Frenzy viable too for a playthrough? Uh-huh. And we'll do other playthroughs as well. We'll do a Frenzy playthrough, a Whirlwind playthrough, maybe a Berserk playthrough if we feel like doing that. Concentrate Berserk, that style, like a one-handed or two-handed maul or something. Okay, not a terrible waypoint. It could have been pretty bad. And throw barb if they make it nice. So here you can see that's worth 5,000 gold, which is really nice. On this, we want to look for plus to max damage. Because getting some early plus to max damage can actually be super big for these sorts of characters. So you can shove this into, obviously you can put it in weapons, but with jewels, what's really nice is you can put them into a helmet or into a chest as well, and still get the benefit. So I'm actually going to go and shop a chest there. And here I will buy 2 open sockets, and I'm actually going to buy 2 of these because they're there and they're really cheap. And now I don't really have great gems to put into those, but if I pick up some topaz and rubies and emeralds and things like that, I can actually get a little bit of added benefit. And that'll give me a little more damage. And then we'll look over here for a 2 open socket armor. There we can see we found one. 2 open socket helmet. I guess I have plus to mace mastery, so I don't care as much. And if you do want to buy any extra gear here just to help out, like, oh, 1 to dexterity, 10 faster hit recovery, 2 to dexterity, feel free to buy that stuff. I mean, it's not awful, right? It's very cheap. You'll be totally fine. And it's just going to be nice for that. And then I'm actually going to put these in my stash because I actually want to run dual potions right now on my offhand. And then we can repair as well. And we're good. And we'll put this into here for now just to get a little bit of max damage and all of that going. Like 250 to 300 vermilion probably. Okay. So we can check this. We'll go save Kane because we're a nice guy. And there's some bosses in here so we can get a little bit of experience as well.
Kane, you've got to get out of here.
Okay. Level 7. I personally don't feel like fighting Griswold because he's just a single boss there. Whereas fighting all these guys is generally going to be worth a lot more experience. But if you want to kill him, I mean, we can kill him just for the sake of killing him. We do okay damage. It's fine. There's a Grand Charm. We like that. Kane had a TP in his pocket the whole time. I know, right? 12 max stamina. That's going to be worthless. And we'll get Wirt's leg in the event we want to do the cows later. Which maybe we will. As a singer, potentially. Prior to that, probably not. Check it out. Little poison res, sure. We can put the leg away. 2 to dexterity jewel I don't care that much about, but I will save it because having a junk jewel for crafting later could be nice. Like if we want to craft an open wounds belt, or we might want to craft some, blood ring or blood gloves, blood belt, right? Any of those could be potentially things we look for. Additionally, maybe crafting even a caster amulet could be nice. I think all of those are actual possibilities here. And that's just kind of stuff to think about, right? To just have in your back pocket as like, well, maybe. Because there's a lot of different things that will happen along the way. So, level 7, we'll go another point in double swing, and we'll go 5 more points in dexterity. That's all the dexterity that's what we're going to need right now. And so now we can go down, get our experience shrine, and go into the tower. And remember, when you have an experience shrine, your main thing is going to be looking for the boss groups and then checking to make sure they're not cursed. If they are, you really want to range, and that's where having these gas potions can be very helpful. So we can go in here and see what we get. being careful of archers is probably the biggest thing. Especially if the archers are like cold enchanted and all that sort of stuff. And you'll notice I quickly am hovering over mobs. What I'm looking for is for it to say minion. So you'll see up there it says like Dark Archer Demon at the top, right? Or, you know, Devilkin Demon, whatever it is. I'm looking for it to say minion as well. Because I might not see the boss exactly, but if I see this where they say Devilkin Minion, then I know those are the guys that are worth the 500% experience. And a Chip Sapphire could be one of those nice things to throw into those offhands. Yeah, so that's a pro tip, just to quick identify boss groups. And I'm going to hit him once. And then I don't want to get Cold Enchant blasted, so we'll avoid him there. And we'll just move forward. Yeah, but being able to identify boss groups is really helpful in this game. There's only going to be one boss group per level in the tower, with the exception of if you get what's called an L shape. And it looks just like this, but it doesn't have that door there. So if you remove that door, there's a high probability that there will be a boss group there. Okay, lightning enchanted, so not cursed. Means we can get more on the action. And just be careful around lightning enchanted monsters, as they are extremely deadly. If you have any questions about how to read maps, I have a video called Map Hack in Your Mind that should be helpful. Also, level 8, double swing, and vitality. Champions are also still good for killing, but they're only worth 300% experience. So not quite as much experience, but not terrible. I mean, it's not like you're getting no experience from killing them, right?
I can't carry anymore.
I do want a ring, because finding rings with attack rating or anything like that could be nice. It's not a bad helmet. And again, I'm not picking up any like two-handed weapons, anything like that really, because I'm not going to be using those. I will be picking up all the jewelry to check, plus, you know, damage, plus attack rating, all that stuff. Thanks, Pierre Squared. And we'll go touch all these things just to see if there's anything in there. We can go kill Countess. Now, remember to kill Countess on players 1, as that is where she will drop the most runes for you. If you kill her on any higher player count, it's going to be less rune drops. And we get Nef Tier. Not a terrible start. And we can go out and back in.
Good day.
Hey, Nyan. And we'll go ahead and put our runes in our stash. Put that in there. 3 to energy. Don't really need any of that right now. Thank you, Spunky. How come less rune drops? Is it the same other difficulties? Yes, it is purely for the Countess. The way that her drops work, it will be less if you do that. Purely for her. Nowhere else. But why might we change our player count? What does that look like? So first, I'm going to go ahead and grab this out, and I'm going to put these 2 in here because that is much more damage now. So we'll swap that out. Now we have 2 nice Scepters. Can sell that bad boy. So what I mean by players is I can type /players. I guess I need to hold up. There you go. I can type /players. And when I do this, I can put anywhere from 1 to 8 here. Okay? And whenever I do it, let's say 5, it'll say players set to 5. What this means is it will simulate that there are 5 unpartied players in the game, which increases the experience that monsters give, increases the damage that they do, increases the life that they have, increases everything proportionally. as if there's more players in the game, right? Because if you have 8 people in the game, it tries to make everything harder. So when you're in single player, you can do this where you can change it anywhere between those. And then it's nice because if you're murdering everything on like players 1 really fast, you can up the player count a little bit, like we'll go players 3, and then it'll make it a little bit harder for the mobs, for us to kill all the mobs, but they'll give us a little bit more experience, which will level us up a little bit faster because, like I said, right now we're just doing a lot of good damage. So we can, you know, we can go a little bit faster.
SC, will you be doing playthroughs with other characters once 2.4 drops?
Yeah. Yes, we will. Ooh, nice, Idris. So that is adjusting the player count. On other characters, we'll do it a lot more. On the Barbarian, because he's a weaker character, we're generally not going to be adjusting it quite as much. Wow, another experience shine. But for other characters, like a Druid, once you hit level 12, you can just go like players 8 and his fissure will wreck everything. It's truly amazing. Okay, so let's go find ourselves the boss group here. There it is. I mean, we can see we hovered over and it says fire enchanted. So it's not cursed. I don't have to worry about them cursing me. But I am having to keep some distance still because archers are very strong. So you got to kind of time how you're going to run in and fight them and all of that.
I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore.
Do that. And we'll keep rolling. So now we're at level 10. I just realized I didn't put my level 9 points in. But again, we're just going double swing. And at this point, let's go ahead and put them into strength. We'll go up to 40 strength. So we want to go to 41 strength and 35 dexterity. That's just our like ultimate goal. So we can use flails eventually. You can do it a little bit later if you would like. I'm just doing it to make sure I don't forget now. And I'm at a place where I feel like I can do it. But if you wanted to wait, you could do it later and get the vitality still rolling right now. That would also work. Favorite food on vacation? I mean, probably just the tacos, right? And that's a cursed mob. So again, I don't want to be cursed. I am going to avoid getting hit. And I'm just going to kill this mob with poison potions instead. Just be a little safe.
I am overburdened.
What do I do on my vacation? I just went to an all-inclusive and relaxed. Okay, fire enchanted archers again. And again, just gonna poison them, try and kind of keep them together and dive in when we're close to leveling is very helpful, but just whenever there. And so now we're level 11. I will put 1 more point into double swing and 1 point into strength and then everything else into vitality. So now I'm just gonna be going vitality for a while. And then we'll also be jumping back into Mace Mastery here. And getting 1 point in Leap can also be helpful eventually. Look and see if we can find another boss group down here on this level. Went to Taurus, Mexico. Yeah, I just wanted to relax. Let me enjoy my vacation however I want. But before I kill her, what do? We go back to players 1. So, runes that we would love to see from the Countess. There's honestly so many for this character. Another Nephith. Okay. There is a large amount. So, Ith El Eth is really nice because you can get yourself a Malice. Tyr L is nice. You can get yourself a Steel. Neph Tyr is nice. You can get yourself an Adir. Tal Eth is nice. You can make yourself a Stealth. Tal is nice. Mana, poison length. I will keep lightning res. Any charms that are plus to lightning res, plus life, damage, attack rating. I mean, there's a lot of things that I'll keep there. So really just a lot of nice stuff. And I'm going to get rid of some of these mana potions as at level 6 I'm not going to have that many mana issues. So all of those are really nice. Tal is just going to be 3 Tals and a weapon, and it's just a lot of poison damage, and it's really nice. Even Tal is super nice still.
Which do you think is a better dual spec sorceress, Cold Lightning or Cold Fire?
Cold Fire. Lightning just takes so many points. But now we can go back to players 3 or even higher. I'll go to players 5. And generally you want to change player counts on the odd numbers because it'll increase the item drops. Item drops increase on odd numbers, not on even numbers. As to why, it's just the way it is. Okay. Just the way she goes. Another 6 lightning res. I am totally happy with that. Getting some boosts to resistances is super nice. We'll put another point into Mace Mastery here. And Vitality. And that's our level 12 right there. Can I please upload this to YouTube? I will.
Thanks for your vids. I followed them for all my guys.
Thank you, Art of Bong. Appreciate that. Zerk goes, but only later. Look for the boss. Don't see a boss group. I'll go up this way. And sometimes you won't get any boss groups on a level. But seems like our levels here have been pretty decent. In terms of potions, if you look at my belt, this is generally how I like to run it for this character. 2 health, 1 rejuve, and a mana, or 3 health and manas if you don't want to run rejuves early. I'd say are my preferred ways. Also, we need to be very careful as there is a ghostly archer there. And ghostly archers do cold damage, which cold damage just messes us up. So I'm okay skipping past those champions, as that'll just be not very fun. And we'll go down to players 1 again before we kill the Countess. So you need to have runes to level. I mean, I have written guides for a lot of these that explain the leveling process and everything and what I'm looking for. Ral Eth Tal, that's very nice. So that gets us our Tal Eth, which is our stealth, which is one of the main important pieces for this character. And there's definitely a lot of rune farming, you know, for these characters as well. And if you do want to go to your shared and grab, you know, runes from elsewhere for this stuff, you can, but I'm not going to here, as I want to try and show the full process of playing the character through. But even small things like having Angelic Ring and Amulet and stuff like that can be super helpful. Or just, you know, a little Crush Flange, whatever things. Those sorts of things can really do a lot. So these groups, the Champion Carver packs, are worth a ton because the bosses and all of these carvers are worth 300%.
And blackmail to convince the D2R devs to allow changing player counts for online play? Farming would be so much more enjoyable if you could find a decent item once a day or two rather than once a week.
Yeah, I tried. They said they didn't want to do that. I already asked them. Thank you, Rhyme Time. On Icy Veins, Monster. I'll link to the whole leveling guide piece. But if you go to the Icy Veins leveling Barbarian guide, it'll have a lot of this stuff.
If they fixed the lobby system, it wouldn't be so necessary to player count online.
I mean, yeah, lobby system, honestly, it's just where I'd rather they fix and spend the time. Let's go to players 5 again. And more vitality for 13. And another, let's see. I guess we can work up towards that. So let's go to Hal here. Because we want to get Battle Cry at 18. But we also want to get Leap and Leap Attack. Perfect, thank you. And getting something is the main piece we're looking for here with these runes.
Move.
And it will take a little bit of time. Thank you, Art of Bong. Barbarian is probably the most rune-intensive farmer if you're really going for all of the stuff. Just because there's so many different things. Forget the possessed guy. Way too much life on them.
Help me! They said they didn't want to do it because it would take away from group and friend play. Let's be honest though, if we are playing a 20-year-old game, how many have friends? Or at least friends willing to play a 20-year-old game.
It's true. I mean, you're not wrong. What was my highest all-time sub count? 10,800, something like that. After the launch. But it just spiked up to that and then dropped back to its normal amount, so don't think it sits up there, you know. It was a great couple of months. And then it returned to the mean. And then I took vacation. So then it dropped even lower. Combat!
I'm super
Thank
excited
you.
for ladder. Has anyone asked every 2 minutes when it launches?
They have.
That's super helpful.
I can't carry anymore.
And we'll get a point into Taunt now, which is also a very useful skill for level 14. We'll change players back to 1, and we'll continue with Vitality. So, I'd say I enjoy, like, 3,000 subs, I think is the number I like to sit at. Another Taleth. That's very nice. No broke. So get in now. Get that hype in right now, everybody. If you're hanging out. Appreciate you guys being here. 4 to minimum damage and fire resist. Put that there. And we'll put some rejuves away as well. Just fun things to have for a little bit of safety. And I'll go ahead and put this in. And we'll get a little more attack rating. And that'll be just a little bit better scepter as well right now.
The order welcomes you.
Only with the Countess. Countess is just so unique in her interactions. That's all I can say. And if you ever need to get more strangling gas potions, you can sell them. And then when you buy them back, it'll be full quantity. This is also true for tomes. If you're at a vendor that doesn't have like a place to refill tomes. Or they don't sell tomes, I should say. Just a fun little note right there. Okay, we'll go back to players 5. And you can see that we're definitely starting to fall off the like experience gain piece of this. There's not a ton of experience left for us out here. But no, I have no knowledge, nothing to share, nothing to know. For anything with 2.4, I hope they let us know soon. That is it. Another experience shine is nice though. Matt Canada, thank you for the Prime sub. And a reminder to everybody, Prime subs do expire. They do not auto-renew. If you click the subscribe button, it'll show a little box that says subscribe for free with Prime. You can use it here, you can use it somewhere else. Just make sure that you use it somewhere and we don't let Daddy Bezos get away with keeping all the extra cash. Thank you, Base Champ and Northern Lights. And Klaus. Get him. You found Serlo and Ohm and Vex since you were subbing? Look, I'm not saying subscribing increases your chance to drop high
There
runes.
you go, llama. Less money for Daddy Bezos.
Thank you, Putty, please. But I'm saying when you subscribe, you're more likely to come back to the channel, which gives you more knowledge, which in turn maybe increases your chances of finding high runes. More motivation. A lot of fire enchanted archers today. Outlaw, thank you very much for the Prime. Knowledge is power. I got you, Sajabi. Thanks, Bunky. Okay, so level 15. I'm going to put a point into leap. And this is, again, just so we can have what we want by level 18, getting Warcry and leap attack. As leap attack just has a nice distance on the leap is all. Do I ever get bored of D2? How could I get bored of this game? It's the best game ever.
Oh.
Practically Alchemist for 20 months. Thank you. Set players down to 1. It's hard to resist collecting all that gold now that it auto pickups, you know. Thanks, same guy. Thanks, Beeville. Honestly, getting a L rune right now, Tal L would be like the best drop. Oh, sometimes it's just... Yeah, I set it back to players 1. It's just perfect. Just like that.
Bored of Diablo 2? They average 0.25 patches every decade. It's such a fast evolving game to try and chase the meta out.
Alright, so we have Ith-L-Eth, Tal-Eth, Tal, Neftir. And then some spares.
If Llama asks, Llama gets.
Also, 1 mana per kill is nice. I'll wear that over my poison wrist ring.
Hacked.
That was pretty hacks right there. Not gonna lie. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy a 2 open socket helm. And remember, I want it to be gray. And I also want a 2 open socket armor. I can shop by just either rejoining the game or just doing waypoint bouncing like that.
Yes.
Leaving town and coming back. And I'm just looking for any 2 open socket that is gray, which means it is not a blue mechanics. Because you cannot make rune words in something that is a mechanics. The defense on it, I don't actually care about. So you might want that studded leather. That's totally fine. I personally don't care for it at all. We'll put our stealth right here. I'm going to make Nadir right here, which has 2 mana per kill, and it has those Cloak of Shadows charges, which is really nice. So I'm going to use that. And we can also look if we want, just to see if there's any like better boots or gloves. 20 attack rating versus 2 dexterity is a slight boost. So we will go ahead and do that. And now we'll move forward. We have what we need there. We can go up to players 5 again just to try and get a little bit of experience moving forward. You can make Nadir in a barb specific helm. I didn't find a 2 open socket barb helm with anything good, but yes, you can. If I had. Also, Druid helm. I mean, any helm it can be made in. So we have 2 boss groups here, which is really nice. And because they're groups like this, trying to sit there and pound all of these chicks at the same time is going to be really difficult. So I kind of just like to kite them and just use some strangling gas potions. And that seems to be generally an easier way to clear them out until I get them down to just enough, and then I can really just go to town. So, decent experience right there. And another experience shrine for us. Kill a couple random dudes. Ciao.
This monastery reeks with evil and corruption.
And again, if you're wondering for any map knowledge, map hack in your mind is my video, which will help you with a lot of stuff. And when I get groups like this, I still a lot of times like to kill them, especially if I have an experience shrine. It's not bad, even though they're trash mobs, they do okay for some experience. But it just depends the different kind of mobs. So it's something that you have to play with and figure out as you play along. Is like, what mobs am I finding give decent experience and I can kill quickly? What mobs are like really hard to kill and don't give much experience at all? Blah, blah, blah. When do I respec? I won't respec until 30 when I want to become a singer barb. Nice. Okay, so level 16 gives us that 1 spare point to use, so we can go ahead and put that into Mace Mastery. And then we'll save our 17th point. To be used later on. Kudu, thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. And then again, I'll put the points into Vitality, as everything is just going into Vitality right now for a while. Eventually, I'll probably get a couple more points into Strength. But because there might be some like, gear that I find that I'm like, ooh, I really want to use this, you know. But for the most part, a lot of it. Let's go. So, Malice can be nice. So I'm actually going to set a TP there so we can come back for the Malice. Ooh, those are both worth nice high runes for sure. And this is great experience here. Finding these champion carver packs and shaman packs. Massive amounts of experience. Just all you can ask for. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah, and we'll make that in a flail later. Exactly. That is nice. Now, it doesn't take advantage of my Mace Mastery. But... and it has knockback, which is actually really annoying. Otherwise, though, 4 to max, 1 to 4 fire, 12 to poison, 10 light res on very fast attack speed base. That's a super nice weapon. But you'll find that knockback is actually extremely annoying. Just does not go well.
I can't carry you.
So, unfortunate. And yes, we'll be doing this with all the different characters, so if your thought is, oh, I want a different character, have no fear. Also, that's a really nice charm, 16 attack rating, 6 poison damage. Right now, getting any additional poison and AR is just super helpful for the character. Yeah, knockback is great for like Boazon or something, but when you're a melee character, it's just awful. How do I get 2 identical scepters? I shopped them and then put those into them. Fire res 16, that is also nice. So now we have already started a really nice collection. 1 to strength, they don't really need. Half freeze duration. Super good for the character because that'll actually speed up a ton. I actually feel like it's more than half of the speed. It's like a fourth of the time or something, it feels like.
Good day.
Okay. Let's do that real fast. Okay, so we can sell that, sell that.
Moo!
Mr. Llama SC gifted a tier 1 sub to Sinyang.
And we'll just get a few more stamina pots. Smoke or peace or fresh hell Amazon? I like peace, but if you need more res, go smoke. You're just like really hurting. And one thing we'll want to make sure is that we change off of players 5 before we get to Andariel. Otherwise it'll be a very long fight. Let's go after these shamans. Again, very good experience. Happy to get them. And this is actually one of the areas where you can try and reset for the group if you want as well. Won't always work. A lot of times they'll just give you a regular boss group or something. But if you want more, there. Manver's stream, Barb, Whirlwind, Nightmare plus Hell, and you have my money. How much? I feel like there's a lot to convince me there. Okay, we'll just keep fighting through, finding boss groups. Do you think tutorial will ever be cross-platform? I don't know. It didn't seem like that was something they were aiming for. I think technically they've just run into some issues that'll make it tough. That's kind of what it sounded like. That was something they didn't want to focus on. 5 life, 8 light res is nice. I kind of like having the half freeze duration a little more. The Rat Man. Don't know why they just didn't call it Quinn for short. Does Sing Barb use 2 spirits later? Yeah. Sword and shield, 2 swords? 2 swords. Because remember, a shield is going to be 156 strength required. So, it's going to be a lot. Go get the boss. Go. And we're just gonna run around and look for the exit in here. Now, if you want to farm in Dariel, she's actually not a terrible farm spot. She doesn't have a lot of stuff that she can give you in normal. But if you're looking for Bloodfist, Hisaris, you know, just kind of some basic things like that, maybe a Crush Flange or some sort of weapon along those lines, she actually is okay for that. So it depends how fast or slow you really want to play through the game. I think that's really the important thing for you to like think about is what's the speed that I want to be playing through at. But if you don't mind grinding and want to level up more and grind even more and have more fun with all that stuff, you know, I think you can definitely farm here. Personally, I like to just run past. I don't want to take that much time.
Help me. Hey, Mariana.
Grinding down
Thanks
here.
for your great work. Very happy to see you live. Best guides, best builds, very nice content.
Aww.
From Russia with love.
Thank you very much. I'm happy that I'm alive too. Unless that was some sort of veiled threat.
I can't carry anymore.
Thank you so much, Be Vigilant. Oof. Drop that poison down. And we're really, because I've been doing a lot of Players 5 here, we're really like high leveled here. Generally, you're not going to be nearly this high level. If you're, I mean, if you're just doing Players 1, you definitely won't be. But, like I said before, the nice thing with high levels is you are able to kind of hit stuff a lot better, which I think makes the game so much more fun for a lot of people. I think that's people's least favorite part of melee classes in D2 and stuff. Isn't that they are kind of weaker in power, or even that they don't always have the AoE, but it's that when they sit there and just go whiff, 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 I think it just drives people insane. We'll continue with Vitality for that 17 stat point, by the way. Gotta get the attack rating up. I mean, it's kinda, you know, a little bit up. Attack rating and level. Like I said, though, it really is that combination of both. So having the levels just do so much. Why don't I top off my HP? I mean, I can, but generally it comes from my speedrunning, where doing things like using potions all the time and stuff is not always the best idea, because let's say that I use a health potion, then I come across a refilling shrine or something like that. And it's like, oh, I wasted that potion. So I'm often running at half-life, low-life amounts because of that. Okay, level 4, I'm on Players 1. Oh no, curse. No! Oh, he hit me. He just didn't get the curse off. And let's go fight Andariel. And again, at this level, we should be in a pretty good spot to take her down. We have good damage. So, should be totally fine to just face tank her. But of course, if you need to go to town or anything like that, it's always nice to have a safety TP set up just in case you do die. They can come back through.
I can't carry anymore. Let the gate
Let's
be
make
open.
some room and grab some stuff. And just like that, congratulations. Give yourselves a clap. You are done with act numero uno.
Good day.
Oh yeah, Rip Malice. That's okay.
Stay a while and
Also at this point, 3 to life. Sell that. 32 to attack rating. I will go ahead and use that. 1 to max damage I do like, but I think I still like the half freeze duration better. And this emerald is actually really nice because it isn't a lot of poison damage, which is super helpful. But at this point now, we want to upgrade to flails. And we actually have a decent amount of monies, or level and money. So first off, I'm going to swap on my new armor, my stealth armor, so I run a little bit faster. And I guess it'll be a little hard to run in and out from all the way over here. So I want to go get a single waypoint. So I'll do it one time. But we're going to come back. And there we go. Perfect. And honestly, that's also amazing. Okay, well, we'll just use both of those for now. I was going to say just buy 2 of whatever flails you want. but we found a 10 IAS 59 attack rating and a 3 open socket one right here, which is super good. So in the 3 open socket, we're going to make ith, l, eth. And this is malice. So you can see, let me swap it over here. You can see it has a little bit of ED on it, plus to max damage, minus target defense, which is very helpful, bonus AR. 100% chance open wounds, though, is super, super nice. And then also a minus 100 to monster defense per hit, which is also super helpful, as that's going to lower the defense even more. So you're going to be able to knock down defenses of monsters very quickly with this. But the open wound dot is really what we're looking at. It's just such a nice boost. Then I'll want to put Tal and probably this Emerald into another weapon later. And that'll be another 3 open socket flail that will come back and shop for at another time. I'm also just going to buy whatever belt right now just to give me more potion slots. And then I don't see anything else I really care for at the moment. I guess we can get a scythe for a mercenary if we would like. And we'll just get some potions. And we can get Blessed Aim Mercenary. And we'll give him that 2 open socket scythe, of which we can put whatever stuff into. So even if we want right now, we could put some stuff in there. We could do Ethrune so he can lower defense even more. We can give him, you know, some damage to undead, kind of whatever we want to do. Don't really want to give him knockback. So, you know, if we want to put a little something, we can. Obviously, if we had Am tier or something, we could put that in there, but he's way too low level right now. But regardless, just having him with us is helpful, as he will do a decent amount of damage. Now, one thing that I can say is, actually, first off, you can do shift 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to give him this.
I'll put that to good use.
So you can do shift 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let's also look for another 3 open socket flail. And maybe there's some like armor for him. Not really anything I see. And that'll give him a potion immediately. You can also literally just grab a potion and drop it on his portrait, and then that'll heal him as well. But using shift 1, 2, 3 is a easier way to do that. But like I say, he is going to be very helpful because one, not only does he give us a giant boost to our attack rating, you can see we're up to 900 right now. Double swing is 1056. And we have it level 18 as well. So we'll put 1 point in leap attack and 1 point into battle cry. And let me set that and battle cry. And that's just going to be super helpful against bosses and stuff later on. So Duriel, Mephisto, Diablo, Bale, all that, even like Isuel, things like that. It's just going to be really nice to have. And there is a small minus HP drain from Malice. You'll notice my life just kind of slowly ticking down. It's extremely slow though. So no, it doesn't really play a big factor overall. You just use a health potion every, few minutes and you're good. And because we did level up so much early on there, one, we can go ahead and increase players count. So let's go to like players 3. But we're also just going to be in kind
Less
of a
than this message is hidden
spot.
for non-subscribers. Greater than also. Love the content.
Thank you. Okay, we'll drop that there. Where if we don't want to do anything and just want to kind of like move through Act 2 pretty fast, we totally can because we are very high leveled right now. Okay, so we've set our TP outside of the Halls of the Dead. If you want to go find that waypoint, you can. I'm just going to continue forward and find the waypoint in the Far Oasis. And just kind of look around here and see what we got. Some random stuff to kill here and there. We do have some beetles, which are a good experience. Just all into vitality there, Alpha, unless you need a little bit of strength for some gear.
I can't carry anymore.
Thank you, Stormy. Making another right now. But yeah, so not only is your mercenary providing you with blessed aim, but he's also killing stuff and just increasing, you know, a little bit more experience gain, a little bit, you know, faster for leveling, all that stuff. So it actually really does end up being super helpful having that. Got the stars. Oh, thanks, Hugo. This is going to be a Sing Barb. And there you can see whenever he says thanks, that means I gave him a health potion because he was getting a little low on health. And we want to make sure to keep him alive. Found the maggot lair, that's good. Found the exit to the lost city, that's also very good. I would like the waypoint here, if possible. And additionally, with the waypoint, you can also get Beetle Burst if he's close by, and that can be a really nice place to farm experience. So in the event that you want to really farm up your experience a little bit more, get a few more levels, you can look for this area right here with the trees, and Beetle Burst will always spawn here. And you can see decent experience from killing him, and you can really just kind of level up a lot doing that. So if you have, you know, like I say, if a waypoint was like right here or something, and I was feeling a little under-leveled, that's totally something I would consider doing, just to kind of help us gain a little bit more life there. But no waypoint yet. So we'll see where we end up. There it is. Look for those torches to help you out.
Greetings.
Okay, sell that. And again, we aren't really going to need mana potions much at all, so we're pretty much just going to be health and stamina. Honestly, you can even get rid of this mana slot if you really feel comfortable. How's the Barb doing? I think he's doing great. There's not really going to be any experience to be gained down here, to be honest. That new leap is so fast. I'll still kill bosses, but even they're going to be pretty minimal experience. Got a wraparound map. Yeah, most every barb, I mean, I guess a throw barb, you could get into throw early, blah, 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 but for most barbs, this is going to be the build that you start with, and then you'll kind of shift into whatever you are going to do later on. Just because, unfortunately, for a lot of the barbs, their leveling is just not great. It's actually super fast traveling speed. Kind of makes me wonder about speedrunning. It's a lot of mana potions.
I can't carry anymore.
Okay, we'll grab those.
Leaping into 2 months. Keep up the
15
great
to
content.
MF. Nice. Thank you, MTG. I'm actually going to drop my mana because I have mana per kill here and mana per kill here. I'm going to actually get rid of this one as well because I already have so much mana per kill. So I'm not really using any mana potions.
Welcome to my
But I am leaping. Okay, I'll keep it for leap actually. If you're not leaping though, I think that'd totally be a fine place to get rid of it. Now, we can also start looking for the second 3 open socket flail, and that was easy. Man, we've gotten lucky with those. Sometimes those take 5-10 minutes. So we can put Talrune and Talrune in here, and right now we do 150 poison damage over 5 seconds. Make sure you're level 17 before you do this. I could put a Rowrune as well for some fire damage if I wanted, or I can go for even more poison damage, or I can just wait to find some gem shrines or find another Talrune. I think I'll just put this emerald in here. To me, that'll be good enough. We have 190 poison damage right there. And yeah, we'll be getting more flails in the future for other things. Also at this point, if I want, I can put more points into Battle Cry, but I feel pretty good with just having the 1. So let's go ahead and go back to just pumping up Mace Mastery. And we can come back to the Fire Oasis. And something else we can do is so you can actually save quits so that we can get another boss right there with us. Am I going to make a steel for bosses? I mean, I already have a malice for the open wounds. Steel doesn't have crushing blow. I can't get any reliable, like, crafted crushing blow source early on. Strength is what you're talking about, Am tier, but I don't have an Amrune. And I'm not going to be able to find an Amrune super early. I'm just going to have to get lucky with it. You know, lucky like finding Bloodfist early on. What is going on? Oh my god. I'll tell you one thing though. This is why that happened. Early sources of magic find are insane. So if you can find little 15 MF, 20 MF boots, ring, whatever things, and put those on early, it really can help you find awesome things. And I mean, this is just like the best thing ever, right? 10 IAS, 30 hit recovery, 5 min damage, and 40 to life. Unreal. It's best thing you can ask for this early on, honestly. That's insane. So yeah, early MF actually matters a lot and is super good. Wow. That's wild. How good is Black Runerd for Barb? Oh, it's fantastic. Malice has a small life drain on it. So now I have, and the reason I want a Malice and then a poison weapon is because they're 2 different dots, which is a damage over time. So this is open wounds, which is a damage over time, and this is poison, which is a damage over time. And they can both stack and apply. Whereas if I just had like poison in both hands, they'd be overwriting and resetting it, but they wouldn't be doing, 2 sources at the same time. So this helps a lot for when I, want to do more damage to more mobs. Or do like a single boss or anything like that. It can be super nice. Nope, we know nothing on 2.4 yet. And again, I'm on Players 5. I'm level 19.5 right now, which is super great. You know, I've really just been running this at a high player count and been doing astoundingly well with it, which has been super nice. One note I will make is if you can get to level 25 before the end of Act 4, you're going to be in a much better position. If you're below that, there's a big experience penalty, and you'll have to go farm up to level 25, doing like Serena runs or just doing whatever you can to get those levels. And it's going to just be long and tedious, and you'll just have to keep running around the tombs and doing whatever stuff to level up. So that's why I'm totally okay with cranking the player count up early like this and then just kind of doing it, because while it does make these places maybe take a tiny bit longer, I'm gonna have to go get that experience anyways. Okay, we'll put this on him. Try to avoid the explosion even though we're already cold. But you can see half freeze duration worked pretty well there and took it off pretty quickly. Tell you a story. Teaching you about the Barbarian. It's basically a story in itself. And now we've hit level 20, and we'll just keep bumping Mace Mastery right now. At 24, we'll get Frenzy, which will be our next, you know, thing we go after. I wouldn't mind a debuff timer. But at the same time, I don't know if the screen needs to be flooded with stuff. You know? Oof, we really got a nasty map there. Alright. Around, up, over, and around. What rune are in my helm? I have Nadir in my helm. Right now, its main purpose is it just gives me mana per kill. What I want later is for the Cloak of Shadows charges. They can be helpful in like the Chaos Sanctuary and stuff. And I'll show off using that. And on that level up, we will also go into Vitality, of course. Just continuing to pump that, as I don't have any gear right now that I'm trying to, you know, aim for using, right? I have 46 strength. I can use all the gear that I have. Aw, thanks. It's nice living with you. You're a good roommate. You got your first Tyrant today? Wow. It's a Sur rune? Why would you be sad? Sur's amazing. That's half of a Burr rune. That's a very good drop.
It's locked.
I heard that if you follow the channel, it helps even more. That Sur rune turns into a Burr rune. You followed? Thank you. Just what I've heard. Hey, Lucky.
I can't carry anymore.
Oof, you must be doing something wrong, Cond. A rune shrine? No, that'd be way too good. Everything is character level for imbuing, yeah. When's next man versus stream? I don't know. Maybe we can do one in Sarch or something. These have been nasty maggot layers. Like a little mini one because we don't have all of the software.
Has anybody heard of a rumor where if you subscribe to Murayama's channel, you get better drops? It's no longer a rumor. So far, I've got 2 jaws, a beer and a sir.
Dang.
Moo?
Good evening.
Thank you, Frank. For the max, 7 light res. At this point, I'm kind of done with those. We can keep some chips and keep some of those guys. You got a beer for 7? Everybody likes good beer.
Moo.
And Grayson, thank you. Hope I return to the ultra hardcore runs. Darren and the Dreadful Gamer as well with the Prime subs. Thank you so much.
Moo.
Mwah. Yeah. Oh god, dimples. Jewel for Merce Weapon. That actually would have been a good one to put in the Merce Weapon. Good call. I forgot that we had slots there for him. Thank you, Zeraz. But I am also kind of keeping those open in case I want to give him a strength later. But if I can't bug him, probably it won't be worth it in the long run. Has anyone speedrun all characters normal? Uh-huh. I've done it. Macabre, Jim, Bender. I mean, we've had a lot of people. 2015 Griffworth. Probably a few bursts. Okay, so we hit level 21. Again, Vitality. I'm going to go ahead and get the next point here into Double Throw just to be ready for Frenzy. Even though you could go into Mace Mastery. Aversion Switcher. I don't think that's anything they're looking at. Nice Limist. What should I be using as a backup against lightning immune mobs as lightning jab is on? Freezing arrow is actually nice, or exploding arrow, or like immolation arrow. You could use any of those if you wanted. Just having physical enough jabs works. Or you can, if you don't want to use any of that stuff, you can try like Plague Javelin if you want to stick in the Jav tree, because that's gotten nice. A Strong Mercenary, Valkyrie. I mean, there's a lot of different things to kind of help deal with a lot of that stuff.
The sun has never shone here.
So. Yeah, we can't use Warcry just yet. Level 2. Ubers can be a little tough if you're not prepared for it. Stay alive, Hazade. Close one. I will respec at level 30.
It is good
You can definitely argue like waiting if you want, just to kill a little more stuff, but honestly, respecing at 30 seems to really be the sweet spot.
Art of Bong gifted a tier 1 sub to GOO Star.
Thank you.
This is their first gift sub in the channel.
So now we'll morph the staff. We'll go to Drognin. And again, if this is going too fast for you, pause the video and catch up, right? If this is going too slow, you can speed up and skip forward, all of that. Just, you know, don't feel the pressure to move at the same speed that I am moving at.
No.
Blackgaver, 50 months, welcome back. But I'm level 21, I'm feeling good. Our guided playthrough is my bread and butter. No, I like doing them because people seem to really enjoy them and get a lot of value out of them.
No.
Mr. Llama Sin, Mr. Llama Sin.
Bevan Knox, thank you as well. Just something I noticed a lot of people said, oh hey, I really found a lot of value in this. We're gonna lower their damage and make them a little easier to hit. And we'll come over here and do the same thing. Battlecry really does help with the amount of damage that they do to you as well, so that's one of my favorite things about it. Not just that it makes it easier to hit them. Pause the video, go outside, touch some grass. Not sure you need to get that extreme. Oh, they're extra strong. I was like, man, these are some brutal mobs. And 25 attack rating, 6 dexterity. I'll go ahead and keep it. Now, when you're going through the arcane, if you want to kill stuff, you can. Additionally, if you just want to get through it, you can just leap around everywhere and not fight anything. Both are totally acceptable, honestly. So it's kind of up to you, depending on where your experience is at the moment, how it's all feeling, yada, yada, yada.
Good day.
Just make sure you got that waypoint so you can get through. And I mean, I feel really good on my experience. I'm 21 already. Coming up on 22. So a lot of the stuff in here I don't super care to kill. We'll go to town. Yeah, they really sped it up. It's kind of crazy how fast it goes now.
Welcome to my shop.
Nice, Darkened. Check out the third way.
Not enough mana.
It's like our own personal teleport. Alright, third way it is. Careful, Azade. Another Grand Charm, man.
Staining my hands.
We're just gonna be completely filled up on Grand Charms if we keep getting solid ones. Yes, you can get attacked. Now, the order is going to be as follows. Starting from the far left, circle is here, then moon, then square, sun, double down arrow, triangle, circle over moon. By moon, I mean like crescent. That is going to be the order. So I have sun, which means it's going to be straight up and down. No, it's not there. So we'll pound some baddies here. Ooh, I don't like that curse. This isn't really mobs I super want to fight. I much rather would have like beetles in here. So I'm probably just going to run forward through a lot of this. Again, we are a good level. Here's Duriel, hopefully soon. And I will set the players back to players 1. Nice, Grayson.
I can't.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Our mercenary that. Let's see if this is Duriel. Perfect. Okay. Make sure you're on players 1 before fighting Duriel, or you will not have a fun time. And we'll level up
I am overburdened.
before Duriel as well. Players 8 Duriel, please. $100. 9 defense, not going to be worth anything. But one thing that we want to do is we want to go to town, repair, and we want to get thawing potions. And the reason for this is because thawing potions actually stack for you and give you 50 cold reds as well. Right.
I too find your videos to be quite helpful, Llama. But there's something you missed in your previous vid I'd like to point out. No hard feelings. It's the lack of Beelzebub playthroughs.
Here we go.
KEKW.
So the duration stacks. So you'll notice I have 0 cold res right now. But if I drink this, I have 50 cold res. And that's a minute, minute and a half, 2 minutes, 2.5, 3 minutes, 3.5, 4 minutes. And now I have 4 minutes of 50% cold res. And I can just keep stacking that bad boy up if I want, which is really nice. And just makes it super helpful. Also, I have another...
Lord of corruption, Lord of the hate and pain, I instigate a flow so great, eviscerate the syndicate, I decimate, eradicate my foes and turn tonic state, they suffocate, choke on my name, Lord of seduction.
And we'll just keep stacking them up.
Lord of the lies, hides inside, he's terrified.
5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes. 9, 10 and a half. All right. And we're going players 8 for Duriel. And I'll let you see that it is. Oh, wait, I can't. Whatever, it's players 8. You'll know by how it is. Players 8 Duriel. Let's see how it goes. Now, we are level 22 and we do have Battle Cry. So I hope it should be good. Before we go in there real fast, though, Broke Dance with the 10,000 biddies. Mwah! Thank you so much, Broke Dance. Insane. Insane. Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Time to look for Bale. No. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, Broke Dance, what have you done? Now make sure that you keep your battle cry up on him, as once again, not only does it make it easier for him to hit, but it also lowers the amount of damage that he deals. Oh god. No, 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 no. Also have a safety TP, just in case. You're gonna want that. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Manverse stream is back. Sure feels that way right now. Now, thawing potions do not help against Holy Freeze, but again, it is still helping with the cold damage. So that is beneficial. And there's nothing wrong with using a lot of health potions. Players late. And going back to get more health potions. No shame at all. Be proud. Till you run out of gold, and then it gets a little worse. But even now, just getting the hits in and then running away is helpful. You really only need to hit them every few, you know, X amount of time. And then you'll be good. Because your whole point is you're just trying to make sure that those dots are on him, that he's bleeding, which it looks like open wounds is broken in the game. It doesn't look like it's accurately animating. Even in the old version. Interesting. Woo! And we're going back to players 1 after that. Broke Dance, thank you so much. And just like that, everybody, congratulations. Give yourselves a clap. You have just beaten Act 2 normal. And you're looking great. We're level 22 right now. And I mean, we found Arctic Mitts as well, which
There's
is
nothing wrong with
crazy,
using a
but
lot of
you have
health
Blood
potions,
Fist, so.
said Lysander, who sells potions.
I think he's
How may I help you?
got a reason. Wow. Thank you, Evo Demon. And I'm just going to use this right here after talking to Jurhin, as it's a slightly faster way to Mashif. Speedrunner strats. But now we enter into Act 3. And like I said, our main goal is to be probably like level 24 or higher by the end of Act 3. Also, at this point, I can start looking for a teleport staff once I get a waypoint, which will be very useful, and I'll show you guys that in a second. For potions, I do want to get a couple more stamina potions, as there are a lot of stamina sappers in this game. So you can go back to Act 1 or 2 and just get some stamina pots. Act 3, you can go buy them, but it's a little further away. And then we have a skill point here. And again, we've already got our double throw one. We'll just keep putting into Mace Mastery until 24, where we go into Frenzy. But let's go out for Act 3, shall we? Should I just go find item as a Sing Barb? I mean, you can. Find item is a very nice skill, for sure. Now, the first boss group you come across is supposed to be the boss group that's going to drop the Jade figurine, just as a heads up. So, that's just a little to let you know. You should definitely try and kill the early boss groups that you see. Because Jade figurine is another 20 to life, which is super nice. We always like more life. Now that we've entered Act 3, though, one thing you have to be careful of is fire damage. Because the fire, inferno, breath from those guys, and then once you get in Act 4, fire damage really becomes an insane source of damage. So, there's a couple ways to help this. One is just finding random fire res stuff in different places. Another way that can be super helpful is getting Row runes and putting them in a helmet. So you just have like a 2 open socket helmet with 2 Row runes. You get 60 fire res. It's super nice. He did, Zoppers. So, just something you can think about. Now, a nice thing is we do have 450 life here. So we are in a pretty, like, decent spot where, you know, we aren't going to get one-tapped by fire damage, even with low fire res. But a little more can always be helpful. And as tempting as it may be to grab Cathans and whatever stuff, it's just not really good right now. Maybe if they boost even more to the lower sets, but a lot of the lower sets aren't just aren't going to be super great. And at the same time, I'd have to find multiple pieces, and that's just going to be pretty tough. If you want to keep those sets and stuff in your inventory, in your stash, go ahead. But right now, I like the faster run walk from stealth. Maybe if I found some armor that had big attack rating, I'd be like, oh, maybe I'll use that instead. I think that could be a possibility. But overall, I am... Okay, we got Great Marsh right here. So for the Great Marsh, we'll go ahead and leave a TP. And then we can run back and see what else we have. And if you're looking for... Oh yeah, that's right, Durga's dead. We should go get him when we get to a waypoint. Yeah, it's nice, Evo, thanks. I forgot we had Players 8 Duriel that he died on. But if you're looking for how to read Act 3 maps, I do have videos on how to read Act 3 maps that can be super, super nice.
I need a key.
And so let's see what we have over here. And what we can run into. Most likely a dead end, yeah. It seemed like it was going to be a dead end, but worth checking at least.
I can't.
Now we can go up in here and check and see if we have a waypoint or not. We do. And do we happen to have an exit to the Flare Jungle? We do not.
Hello.
Hello.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get our mercenary again, as he does provide us some extra damage. 4 to energy, not really going to be worth anything. That won't be worth anything really either. And like I was saying before, we actually can start shopping for a teleport staff as well. I will wait just a tiny bit longer until I just have like Flare Jungle waypoint probably.
I can't.
But I will talk about that when we get there, as that is a very important thing. But yeah, the Act 3 maps, videos, I think are going to be very helpful for a lot of people in learning how to actually run Act 3 maps, as there is a secret to not perfectly make it through, but have a very good idea of where you're going and what you need to be looking for. Do I really need a TP staff if I have Leap? I mean, Leap is still going to be helpful in a lot of the situations, and I'll use Leap in a majority, but whenever I want to go over walls is when I'm going to be needing to have teleport. This is just a local game. So I think it'll affect first. See, I don't think it will enough, unfortunately. I was hoping that it would, but
Lord of destruction.
Master Sly! Wow! Oh, yeah.
The lies blow hides inside. He's terrified. Mass genocide. My master rhymes identify the stale while they listen as I amplify. Specify it's time to die.
Best llama you never will. Made my day. Keep up the great work.
Ooh.
Hey Llama, thanks for EU-friendly stream. Mr. Llama
Of course. Thank you so much, Master, with the 50, and Wraith with 37 months. Mwah! Kisses to you both. And get used to it, sister. I'd say 5 out of 6 streams every week are going to be EU friendly from now on.
This holy blade does not belong in the hands of the soccer room.
4 or 5. Okay, so we'll go ahead and set a TP there. Probably not Emroy. Not today. That is just going to be our... I've been trying to find and settle into a streaming schedule, and that just seems like a decent streaming schedule time. Hi, Brian. How are you? They do fresh. You're available right now, I'm right. Also, Wraith is EU. Evo's available right now, but that's not a real mod, so Wraith is available right now. Lord of Seduction. You'll do it? Thank you for taking on the burden. Evo! Bad. Gosh dang, who gave you that power? So many Ethrunes. It's kind of wild. Pretty much, JR. Okay, let's go ahead and give our mercenary some armor. Where are all the entrances in the Flare Jungle? There's literally no entrances. It's very concerning. Huh. You bought the headset I have. How do I like it? Oh, I love it. I hope you use code Mr. Llama 12 or whatever the heck it is. Get the little discount.
I can't carry anymore.
There's a lot of headphones I do not like. This is one that I very much do. I can wear it for 24 hours straight and still not notice it on my head.
Mr. Llama, an Amazon question if you may.
Sure.
Is the optimal level for a Valkyrie 17 something to do with her weapon and gear?
Yeah, I mean, anything above 17 is just always better. But if you can get her to 17, that's when she'll start rolling really good weapons. And so it's very nice. You'll get a big boost to the weapon damage at 17, which is helpful. But obviously, if anything above that is still going to get boost as well, right? So. Let's see. Full screen, I guess. I could change it to windowed. I'd probably be fine to play either one. Okay, finally the waypoint. My God. Berserker set items early. Those are nice. Also, Death set. If you have Death's gloves and belt. Oh, so good. 16% chance of magic find. 13 to energy. I'm actually going to keep that. I do want these choking gas potions as I want to go ahead and replace my stranglings. So we'll do that. And put that over there for now. 13 to energy could be really nice for when we're singing later on, though. Two-piece Saigons with gloves is also nice. You get 30 IAS, yep. So I like Saigon's boots and gloves, but that requires 70 strength, or 60 I guess, because there's 10 strength on the gloves. So it definitely has some requirements. Yeah, I'm using the 8700K and then a 3070 graphics card. I installed it finally. I did. I finally installed it. 5 to dexterity. It's not bad. I don't know if I want another grand charm right now. If I didn't have all the other charms, I would totally use that. But I like my other charms. Maybe the 16 attack rating. But it has a little poison. That one I could probably swap if I really wanted. Possible to copy a BNet character single player? No, you'd have to hero edit it. Build it as it was online. Be careful of dolls and their explosions. Something that's nice is they don't really do a lot of damage to mercenaries, so let them explode on him instead. And we have hit level 23, which means if we have not put a point over into double throw yet, do it now so you can get that. But otherwise, I'm just going to continue to go right here. I'm always thinking about, you know, new builds here and there. Bladeson and Marshall are where I'm thinking most right now about. I'm good. How are you doing, Conkers? And we'll come up here and kill these soul killers. And just be careful not to die to that. But we got the brain. And now, before we are level 24, we can start shopping for a teleport staff. Now, what is a teleport staff? It is a staff that has teleport charges on it, okay? So the way this works is this. It's my, what, second day back? Third day back? Ooh, 76 attack rating. Yes, please. The way it works is this. I am looking for a staff with teleport charges on it. This does not mean plus to teleport, as you can see right here. This is 2 to teleport. I don't want that. I want to say charges like this, but for teleport. Such as this. Level 1 teleport charges. Now this costs 115,000 gold. I do not have that much gold currently. But I do have a lot of chipped gems. And that one's expensive. A lot of them will be cheaper. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nah, I'm probably not going to have enough gold then in total. So I will keep looking for one. If it has no mods on it, it'll be about 16,000 gold. And a lot of times you'll find it anywhere from 16,000 to 50, 60,000 gold.
Yes.
So I like to shop it like this. And the only thing I'm looking for are staves that are unusable. And the reason I'm looking for unusable staves is because teleport charges are acquired level 24. So that's why I want to shop it before I hit level 24. Also, I'm going to put these points into vitality.
Yes.
Moo.
I'll keep
At
going.
MR Llama SC, how have you been, my good man?
The
My
earliest
work
you can
schedule
shop it
got
is level...
crazy. Haven't been able to
19.
watch in a bit. Excited to get into all the changes. Woot woot.
Woot woot. Thank you very much, Conkers. All good. Appreciate you being back.
Yes.
So this is a nice way to speed it up because, like you can see, it's much faster. And that would have been great, but it was 237,000 gold. So, you know. You can just keep shopping. If we keep finding them and they're too expensive, I'll just steal a little gold from my shared stash for any future ones. But I want to give you the general idea. We've already found 2 in a couple minutes there. And honestly, you'll find usually 1 within 5 minutes, I would say. The longest it's taken me is probably like 12 minutes to find one.
Good evening.
Something like that. So you cannot do it from the wizard dude Drognin in Act 2 because his vendor level is not high enough. Guys, we're not putting shopping music on. This is a guided playthrough, all right? We got to be... You can get it from him in Nightmare or Hell, but not normal. So this is the first vendor that you're going to get it from in normal. Should have just stole gold for the first one. Do I have a staff already? Nope. Alright, well we gotta find the staff. If you're watching on YouTube and you've already found your staff, go ahead and fast forward a tiny bit. I will be joining you shortly. We appreciate your patience. we're experiencing a higher than normal volume of calls. And all of our workers are currently busy. Your place in line is 72. Thank you for holding.
So happy to hear there are going to be a whole new set of guided playthroughs. Some of my favorite llama content. Love the more chilled out pace and educational focus.
Thanks, Flaky. Like I said, you look for the red stabs when you're lower than level 24, as it will be 24 and up. Evo. We value your call and time. Thank you for being a loyal customer.
You'll find your staff in the next 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7,777 tries.
Your business is very important to us. Hey, there it is. And it's only 17,000. So you can buy that, put it away, save it for later. Ta-da! Hello, my name is Bob. How can I assist you today? Those are the only ones to check.
I can't carry anymore.
That's my real name. It's Bob. Dun, 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 dun. Check the jewels. See, maybe get a 9 max damage for a mercenary. 1 to 5 cold damage. Not bad. Give him a little cold damage and let him go to work.
Can't use that. I'll put that to
There
good
you go.
use.
Any information about the ladder? No. The cat meow song. What is that? No ladder news. Trust me, if I knew anything, y'all would be the first people I would tell. The first people. You had me at trust me. Oh God, S&T. You want my children? I don't have any to give right now. I'll let you know if I'm selling any later though. For sure, pal. Like I said, I'm going to be playing at EU-friendly times often. This will be a new norm. 11 a.m. U.S. Central Time. Mark it in your calendars. Get excited. Show up. Spam the chat right before the timer. Saying, are you ready? I'm ready. Alright. 5 max damage. Sure. Give him a little something something. I'm gonna go players 5 right here. Try and take that to Serena. Do I miss old D2? I mean, there's a couple small pieces of it that I really, you know, I do miss, but for the most part, they did a fantastic job. Like I say, I just want to get a little bit more experience here. So we can take this down and get Serena. I do miss the mercenary glitch. Being able to bug him so he didn't get hit. Yeah. It's a big whammy, honestly. I'm coming his aid. You and me, buddy. Any date for season 1? Not yet. Okay, more chokings.
I can't carry anymore.
No.
Thanks for all the content, man. Really dig all the playthrough and looking forward to finishing my sing barb using this playthrough.
Thanks, Wrench. If Llama had a date, he would tell us. It's true. I might get a date soon.
Impossible.
Puppy Girl might be down to go out. I wasn't sure where I should invite her. I thought maybe inviting her to a trampoline park could be fun. Thanks, Sleazy.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, she has a dog. How old is she? My age?
Thanks.
What do you mean, is that all I came up with? That was a good old leap. Why did the trampoline park have you wondering? Lots of old people go to trampoline parks. Applebee's? I was gonna take her to Fridays afterwards. I'm not saying I want to watch her bounce for hours. Gosh dang it, chat. See, you're making it weird. Ridiculous. What have you walked into? Chat's being gross. Ban everybody. Trampoline sound like a blast. True. At least it didn't say Hooters. Oh, I do love their wings. Anyways, we're level 24 now, which means we now have access to Frenzy. So, the nice thing about Frenzy, I'm actually going to swap to that there, is you just need to keep the charges up. So it's actually a little slower to kind of start with hitting there. But then when you get into your double swing, you can actually do really well. So something to do is put double swing on your main hand and Frenzy on your off, and just make sure you get a hit every now and then to keep the Frenzy charges going. And then you can double swing for a lot of it. And it's really nice. Alright, let's just punch some dudes now. Because we broke our weapons. They both broke at the same time. How sweet is that? And don't need that. Quality's been quite poor. Maybe it's gone downhill. I haven't gotten it recently. I've been more of a Twin Peaks guy lately. For their nachos. So good. Not repairing? Yeah, I'm gonna go repair. I guess I could have done it there, but now you want nachos? See?
Thank.
Perfect. All American chain food is disgusting. I mean, you're not fully wrong. And all the points into vitality still. Please give Mercenary an armor. I did give him an armor. And I'm just going over in here just to get a little bit more experience. I am 24 right now. I'll want to make sure to get down to players 1 when I do finally get back to being out there. But if I can get like 24 and a half, like I said, if I can end Act 5 at level 25, I will be a very happy boy. So being 24 and a half here, I think is really nice. How many points in Leap? Just 1. Definitely a 1-point wonder.
Do you know if they're gonna add a level requirement for Act 6?
Why would they? Ow. Act 6 is not a thing. Gosh dang it. This level requirement. Nobody listened to you. Oh boy. Call them in. I need my mercenary. Or not. Nothing's confirmed.
Thanks for basically carrying me through the game with your guide's smiley face.
Of course, Hodges. Berserk Barb good for ladder? Yeah, I mean, he's the best magic finder in the game, so. Alright, so we're 24 and a half. I'm going to go ahead and go back to players 1. That was players 5 I was on. And like I was saying before,
I can't stand the text-to-speech alerts on your YouTube videos. If you can't beat them, join them, I guess.
oh god. Thanks, okay. Like I was saying before, if you still need more levels, just get the waypoint to the Cursed Bazaar, quit the game, go back in, kill Battlemaid Serena, rinse and repeat over and over again. You can keep increasing your player count if you would like, if you're able to do so. And that'll be a great way to get up to level 23.5, 24, 24.5, whatever it is. I'm going for 24.5 here, but like I say, feel free to just be 23.5. That still is totally fine. I think for Barbarian, it's the one character I really like to... Oh yeah, your mercenary will die, by the way. That's just like a guarantee.
Moo.
GG.
GG, thank you, CTA. He's just gonna die to Hydras, man. You can't take care of him there. If you have another character who can kill a little faster, maybe, but Barbarian's just generally gonna be too slow.
It's been 215 days since Diablo 2 Resurrected has been released. Still the mystery of the missing butthole painting is unsolved. Where did it go? The question still haunts my sleep.
Oh my god.
Sag.
It's in my room. It's hanging across. Both of them hang across from my bed. So every morning I wake up and I see two beautiful flowers right in my face.
Join my army of the dead.
Moo?
Moo. Maybe like pulled an or something.
Join my army of the dead.
Moo.
Moo. Thanks, Lakey. No, but I do have a new awesome painting. I'll show it after.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't? You can't leap up there? After the guided playthrough, I'll show you guys. And so continuing to work towards 25. And like I said, the main reason that we want level 25 is because of the experience penalty that does exist. So basically, if you get to Act 5 and you are not level 25, you will suddenly start gaining 5% experience. And it's going to feel absolutely awful. And you're going to be like, what's going on? I'm not leveling up at all, Mr. Lama. And the reason is because of a weird penalty that they put in, that until level 25, if you kill monsters that are too high of a level, you won't get experience really at all. Or you only get 5%. Once you hit level 25, they remove that high end of it, so there's still a big penalty if you're killing monsters too low. But killing them if they're too high of a level no longer has that penalty. It's much better. What do you think about Bender speedrunning? I mean, he's insane. Yes. If you are trying to rush someone and get them experience when they're super low level and you're not, you're basically going to end up just stealing all of the experience away from them. This is why people end up just doing G-rushing all the way to Chaos, and then even at level 5, they're still only getting that 5%, or low levels with low 25, they're still only getting that 5% experience. However, 5% of all the experience gained from, you know, the Chaos Sanctuary is still a lot of experience, so it's able to level them fast enough that then they can hit level 25, and then that cap goes away, and then their levels blow up like crazy. +3 Poison Nova. Don't feel like the answer is yes. Okay. Oh yeah, and then Mephisto farming. If you want to farm Mephisto, yeah, Don, you can get the waypoint right there. I still don't really recommend farming Indar and Mephisto that much in normal. They're generally pretty like, you know, they're okay. But if you do want to, he can have an okay drop table. You will be able to find some nice like weapons potentially with Crushing Blow and things like that. So it's really not like a terrible thing. So if that's the case, just get the waypoint in level 2 to go and do that. Because you can find some okay sets and some okay whatevers and all that stuff. And yeah, like I say, it's not a terrible thing to do. And we'll go ahead and fill up here. And get some stamina. And just like that, congratulations. You just beat Act 3. Well done, everybody. And we're almost level 25. We're moving into Act 4. And so we're just going to kind of continue forward. And something that has been super nice with this character, hopefully you've noticed, is because I have over-leveled, this character is actually killing stuff really well. Like, I'm not having a bunch of issues hitting stuff yet. And I will still probably have a little bit of issues hitting like Diablo and Bale because they're just going to be super high level and that's just always going to be an issue. But overall, it's been really not bad, which is super nice. And I would worry slightly about bringing my mercenary out here because I can't bug him. And he doesn't have much fire res, so I do believe he will die very quickly. But now I'm just going to start pumping points into Frenzy, just to make that a little bit faster and a little bit better, so he can move around a little bit faster. And get the extra bonus attack speed, which is really nice. Just very helpful. Like I say, now that I'm level 25, I'm going to start getting pretty much all the experience from mobs that I kill. Plains of Despair. We do have Wisp. Again, I'm going to go Vitality. So Frenzy and Vitality will be my point dumps for pretty much everything here. But I do want to go ahead and find Isual, as getting the +2 skill points is really nice. And I just remembered actually that we didn't do Radament either. So we can go back and do Radament, which will just be helpful for, I mean, it's not like crazy useful. This character is less about all the skills right now, but it will be nice ultimately to have that. So again, I'm mostly double swinging and then just doing a frenzy to make sure I keep up my charges. And then swapping back to double swing. Now, Isual does have a ton of life, and we do not have any crushing blow yet, as we did not find Rixutskeen or the Nasher or Nell Striker or Crush Flames or anything like that. So we are making do with what we have here. Mephisto dropped just a regular mace, but thank you, Chop. Go get mercenary. I mean, we could, but it's okay. We will check out the Horned Helm, see if there's anything nice there. I mean, this is literally just a mace. So, and this has nothing on it. Yeah, I mean, that wasn't that bad. Our damage is still decent for sure. Our chance to hit is not bad at all. Let's actually get rid of some of those. This character is totally fine.
Act 3 static merc.
There is an Act 3 static mercenary. He'll just die all the time, but who knows. So at level 24 now, I'm actually going to go ahead and get battle orders. Might as well have a point in it. The duration's not extremely long, but it is something that is nice. Let's set you to H.
Sup, Mr. Llama MC. How is Singer working?
Good. And we're not quite a singer yet, but it's going well. And so just slowly building up the arsenal, right? The character just takes a tiny bit of time.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, Act 3 Mercenary would actually not be bad. The problem is they're going to have no survivability whatsoever. So they're just going to be dead so fast. Huh. Oh, it is over there.
Impossible.
Join my army of the dead.
Do you think having beef with Kanye West will increase your clout in the music industry and launch your rap career?
I'm not Pete Davidson. Gosh dang it. God. Now we can go after some of these little boss groups here. How do you rewind this and start from the beginning? It'll be on YouTube in a couple of days. And when you are running, refreshing your frenzy charges again every few seconds. Always good, just to keep your speed up. Keep your charges rolling.
Hey, Pete, I've gotta ask. Is Kim's rear built for speed or comfort?
Awful. Probably comfort. Alright, City of the Danged. Let's go. So we definitely do want to do Forge here. We have a 1 in 11 chance of getting an Amrune, which would be very helpful. We could make a Strength if we wanted, or we could make a Spirit with it, which is probably the better thing. We still would need a Thol Rune, of course, but getting anything of that nature, very helpful.
Moo.
Malaysia, thank you.
Moo.
Go ahead and see where it takes us. And a girl possessed, welcome back. For 10 months. Thank you so much. Yes, Am should be highest here. But even getting a Thol rune could also help with Spirit. I mean, you know, there's a lot of nice things that we could want. Okay, so that's just a roundabout. Does it go down at all over here? No. Shortcut. Did I leave the soul stone? No, I grabbed it. But even if you miss it, Kane will always give you one anyways. Now, giant masses of monsters like that a lot of times aren't something we're actively looking for. So, what is this map? I guess it's that first cut down, huh?
Moo?
Sounds good.
Thanks.
Telcheron, thank you. For 3 months. Oh my god. That hurt.
Moo!
Conker's Bad Beer Trade gifted 3 months of Tier 1 to Clankogi. They've gifted 20 months in the channel.
I can't.
Moo!
This is a little more than I like. Perfect ruby, that's actually really nice. Elrune. Yikers. Alright, well, we got scammed with the rune, but a perfect ruby is actually nice because we can use that for crafting later on, so you win some, you lose some. And I will save the amethyst as well in case we want that crafter ammy later.
Conker's Bad Beer Trade gifted 3 months of Tier 1 to Darkmasterman_.
Thank you,
They've gifted
Conkers.
23
Thank you,
months in
Metal.
the channel.
Mwah. Kisses to you both. Perfect. Now, yeah, crushing blow gloves are nice. I do have blood fist though right now, so it's like, aw, thanks. I'm very happy. I'm extremely blessed to have an amazing community. Now, if you want to spend time killing all this stuff in here, by all means, go ahead. You go as fast or as slow as you want through the game. And so, like I say, if you want to kill every single mob, you kill every single mob. Me personally, I'm you know, maybe mosey on over to just kind of killing more of the stuff I have to kill, the important things to kill, whatever it is. My lack of fire res is very hurtful right now. There we go. Just needed to whittle it down past a critical mass, you know? That's a lot of times how it goes with melee characters like this. There's just a certain level where it's just going to be a little too much. Certain number of mobs, but as soon as you can get past that mass, it gets a lot more reasonable. So something I can do here, like I had talked about before, is I have these Cloak of Shadows charges. So I can actually come over here. I can use Cloak of Shadows. And now, rather than all of them swarming me, I can have just Infector come over to me And it makes it 1,000 times easier. And this is the beauty of Nadir. And now we're past that critical mass. We'll die anyways. Inferno's so strong, man. I always forget that they beefed it up so much in D2R. Not quite past the critical mass. Now we're good. But it is very, a very strong skill to have in your back pocket. And we'll clear a little bit out there. Now, one important thing is to really clear out a lot of these Oblivion Knights, as they will decrepify you and lower risk, resist you and curse you in all sorts of ways. And so making sure to kind of get rid of those before you go and try and fight a lot of stuff is generally pretty important. Otherwise, if you are fighting around and near a bunch of those guys, you're just not going to have a good time at all. It's going to be extremely difficult. Also notice the positioning I use. For instance, even right here, I'm fighting at corners a lot of times, narrow passages, things like that. You really want to limit the amount of space that these mobs have to all group up and surround you. So if you can get them falling on top of each other kind of and having to work out of each other's way, it'll really do a lot for you and make it much easier. At level 30, I can change over. I'll go ahead and do this. And just get a few more potions. Can even buy some thawings just to like give ourselves a little bit more cold res if we want it later, or unfreeze ourselves. And then here I want to be really careful. I can even use some poison gas potions. But I just really want to work at the edge of the range, because something you'll notice, they're not attacking me right here, and that's because he's over here. So bosses and their minions, they kind of have a leash that the minions will stay on, and they'll come off of it if you like go to town and things like that. But they'll kind of stick to a leash with their boss. So you can figure out where that leash is and kind of stand on the edge of it. And that's something that'll just take a little bit of practice. Also, this is horrifying how busy this area is. I am not a fan. So what I'm going to try and do is not die. I'm going to try and drag Grand Vizier out here. Maybe even lay down some poison for him. But now it's harder to see him. Maybe not my best, brightest thought. And again, we can slow kill our way all the way in if we want. We can take our time, kill all the mobs. No worries, right? And this is again kind of fighting at corners, making them come around so they're not all coming on me at the same time. Makes it not too bad. We can clear them all out. Our damage is pretty good right now. Our level's pretty good, so our chance to hit's also doing well. And all that stuff is just going to be very helpful. A lot of tactical positional play, which is one of my favorite things about Diablo 2, and something that I feel like a lot of games nowadays simply don't really employ, is characters, things like that, that really require you to be tactical and adjust how you're playing, where you're standing. So Barbarian is a great example of constantly repositioning yourself, dodging attacks, putting yourself in whatever area to be good to go. So let's go ahead and fight Diablo. The biggest thing you have to worry about with Diablo is his lightning, and furthermore, his cold damage into lightning attack. So if you get hit with that cold damage, you have to be really careful, and that's a lot of times why I like having a thawing potion, because you do not want to get stuck in the lightning attack there. And that lightning is half physical, half lightning damage. So I have half freeze duration. I also have the fast run walk from Frenzy. So I'm not crazy worried about it. But it is something to just note. And watch out for. And as soon as you see him start to bring his hands up, is when you usually want to start running to get away from it, right? So if you really watch his hands there, you can get out of the way before any of that is going to really damage you. A little harder when cold, but still slightly possible. And a couple more. No! So close. He's trying to beat him out. Didn't work.
Too brief for you.
And neither of those are really going to do anything for us. Angelics could be something, potentially. I suppose. We'll get that. Let's get Hazade. And also at this point, upgrading Hazade to a pike is generally a really good idea. So you just want to come over here, find whichever pike you can. That one seems nice, 20% ED. And then we'll just get some potions. Perfect. And just like that, everybody, congratulations. You are the proud owners of Act 4. Also, we can use our teleport staff now. So, in the event that we need to teleport somewhere, yeah, give yourself a clamp. I mean, like I say, obviously we have Leap for a lot of the time, but there still is times when being able to teleport will be useful if it's over a wall or something like that.
The time has come.
Now, it is expensive to use teleport charges. Every charge is like 2,500 gold, 3,000 gold. Something like that. So, it's not something that you just want to use all the time everywhere unless you're fully rich. But we are not right now. And because we're level 25, we can get this experience here, which is really nice. If you're not level 25, like I said, at this point, your experience gain is going to be almost non-existent, and you will need to go back and either level to 25 in the like Tower Rush's Tombs or out there, Flare Jungle, Battlemaid's Arena, Act 2 and 3. Generally going to be your
Mr.
places.
Llama, congratulations on killing Diablo.
Thank you.
Anything to say to your German supporters?
9 more gifted subs, please. Battle Alpaca, thank you. And we'll go ahead and kill Mr. Shank, as killing Shank does provide a potion discount. Potions will be half the price in Act 5, aka back to normal, because they're normally double price until you kill Shank. Additionally, we get the socket quest, which is very nice. Level 26, we'll go here, and we will continue with Frenzy. And we do have battle orders if we want to use it. Now, this is the spot to talk. Okay, first off, you can see this is taking a little bit longer for just using straight melee here. It's not terrible, but it's a tiny bit longer.
Mr. Llama is number 1. Doesn't tolerate boring tuna.
That's right, no boring tuna here. So, at this point, leveling up to level 29 is not a terrible idea. I'm not going to do it in this run exactly because it's just kind of boring. I'll finish that piece offline. But you can totally go right here.
I'm missing Vince so much. Sag.
Put on your throwing gas potions. Come out here. And just pound some dudes. The gas potions really help with the speed, which is why we kept those. If you can get rancids, those are even better. I just never found any rancid gas potions. And you can just rinse and repeat, just like that. Just nice and simple. It's very easy. It's good experience. And it's just simple experience, which is really nice. And the reason you go to 29 is then you can go and get level 30 at the Ancients. And you're good to go. So you can even go to like 28.5 if you really want, right? But this is just a nice, easy place to level up. And then you're kind of saving the Ancients there for at the end. Because it is just going to be worth 1 level, so you might as well make it the other level. Now, while doing this, you can also increase the player count. We'll have one. Players. Let's go to players 5. Let's get wild. Let's get wild. Crazy llama. It'll take a little bit longer to kill them. We can lower them down there, chill them out some. But there's a lot of experience to be had doing so. So, you know, like I say, it just kind of depends the speed at which you like to work at. All of that, and then you can just go through and keep doing as such. Oops. Let's go players 5 again. And then we'll just move forward after this one. But this is the general idea. Like I say, you can see it doesn't take that long to level up. It's not immediate by any means, but in terms of actually leveling, 5-10 minutes per level, pretty easy. Your mercenary can help out as well. You just gotta focus on keeping him alive some, and then you'll be pretty solid. Gonna drop back for players 1. Grab all this, and I'll keep moving forward. I will just go from 27 to 28 rather than 29 to 30 with it, and then I can just come back and level there anyways afterwards. But I would highly recommend you do that leveling right now, as it's very beneficial. And we find Bloodfist and Crush Flange, you guys. Wild. Actually wild. So Crush Flange is great. This will be useful for Bale, as it does have Crushing Blow, which is absolutely huge. Prior to Bale, we're not going to really be using it that much because Crushing Blow actually doesn't really do a lot against just regular monsters. I mean, look how much
Streamer
damage I do on a
servers are
single
still
hit.
up and going strong.
Exactly. Flaky! Thank you!
Melee playthrough, the drop gods have spoken.
I mean, it does give us something for bosses. I don't know if I trust this crystal sword. I'm not sure if a crystal sword out here would get 4 sockets or 6. I guess it depends. What is the level of the area?
Let us out.
Where'd that crystal sword drop? Over there? Okay, so it dropped from a minion, maybe? What's the monster levels in Act 5 for demon imps?
Mr. Llama cool, Mr. Llama cool, Mr. Llama cool.
Frigid is level 25. Okay, so we don't know if it'll get 3 or 4 sockets, because I don't know if it dropped from the minion pack or not. It's Aiza, thank you. Thank you, S&T. Let us out. It's either 25 or 28. I don't trust it enough.
I can't carry anymore.
Okay, and we'll save the barbs because, again, getting those runes is going to be very helpful. So we can use them to make a spirit later on. And then we'll just keep rolling. And again, one of the beauties is we do have level 25, so I can stop and kill things if I want, whereas if I was lower leveled, I'd either be just going straight to the Ancients or having to go back and level prior. And we'll put another point into Frenzy and more points into Vitality. Oh, Warren, can you turn off the Total War command? Don't. If Warren's in here. I thought I saw him, right? One of my mods.
Join my army of the dead.
Is Singer Barb the easiest to level through hell?
Yeah. It's still like not easy, but easier.
Moo?
Great content, and I just found out you were the poster from Build the Life You Want and Save for It.
That is true. That was me. Thank you, Glenn.
Impossible.
Okay, so I'll put that on here. And that's exactly what I did, and now, that's great. Okay. So we'll go here, so we can now teleport through some areas we don't want, if it's getting annoying. Well, I made a post called Build the Life You Want and then Save for It. Probably, what, 6 years ago? Good lord, feels like just yesterday. And we'll come back to that. I don't fight those. I mean, you can if you want. Like I said, you get to kind of pick and choose what you want to fight now.
Join my army of the dead.
I'm trying to solo self-found a druid and hell is brutal. Where would you farm for upgrades? Nightmare map?
Yeah, it's a solid one. You can get like Jalal's and things like that there. So yeah, so I made that post, and it was just all about making sure to create the life that you want to live before you just start saving for it. Now, of course, just saving money anyways is a good thing to do, right? So it's not like the worst thing ever. But there was a point in my life where I was over saving and not experiencing anything. And then I was realizing I wasn't really working towards anything. I had no idea of what I actually enjoyed in life and where I wanted to be. And so I made that post to basically be like, go figure out who you are and what you want. And then you have something to save for, and then save towards that. That's essentially it. And so, yeah. Well, investing, saving, and stuff. Did the post go viral? How did people know about it? Yeah, it was like it went, and then they pinned it on top of the forum, and then they eventually like it was sticky there for a while, and then they moved it over to the sidebar, and now it's just like one of the first things there. So a lot of people just got to read it from that.
Awesome stream as always, Mr. Llama.
Thank you.
Greetings from the Philippines.
Hello to the Philippines. Mwah. Don't you do sketches for... Oh my god, I'm not Pete Davidson. Swear to god. Oh boy. Alright, so let's go kill the ancients.
The guardians of Mount Ariat await.
And we just want to kind of keep Hazade alive if we can. And again, lowering the damage down can just be really useful. So. Actimers again. Yeah, I mean, I like the Blessed Aim a lot. It's really helpful for the character. I was thinking, you know, Enchant could also be nice. Static could also be nice. But that mercenary just dies so quickly. It's kind of the problem. So. Yeah, the Act 3 mercenary just doesn't have any like
your new
reach.
secret rack?
I mean, I definitely have something that's being worked on. But nothing set yet. So if you don't feel comfortable, I mean, definitely get some more potions. And that'll help you out a lot. You can put potions on the ground as well for the ancients. So you can literally just throw a bunch of potions on the ground, go fill up your inventory again, and then you'll be fine.
Move.
SNTGMDM gifted a tier 1 sub to Kanye West. They have given 1623 gift subs in the channel.
I should be on Players 1. We'll go another point in frenzy. More in there. Thank you, SNT. Gonna make me have to do a Kanye diss track here pretty soon.
See you in hell.
Twisted Metal, thank you. There's a time limit on ground potions? Yeah, it's like, what, 10 minutes? So just pick them up, you know, as the fight's going along. Now, I would definitely recommend getting the waypoint here. One, if you want to do bail runs, which for this character is like okay. Once you get to Singer, it's actually not terrible. But more so just for safety purposes, and if, you know, the throne room is just absolutely horrible and stuff like that, it can be really helpful. So, I always like to get that. Just as a way to help out a little bit. Yeah, freeze. Go to level 3 and then down to level 4. We're level 28 right now, which is nice. And I'm generally not going to want to fight Deathlords, so I would recommend avoiding Deathlords if possible. However, there will be times and places that you just run into Deathlords that you gotta kinda kill them. So Throne is one area that just gets a little nasty. We're gonna try and get Hazade and myself away here a little bit. Oh, they're so nasty. But I do want to clear out a little bit of space so I can drag some stuff, which will help us a little bit later in the event that we don't want to fight all 5 waves. So making yourself a little room is always a decent idea. And we still do have that 1 point in battle orders. And we have points in Warcry if we need as well, so little ways to help us survive against them. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I want to actually stay pretty low here when I'm fighting. Because if I get too high up, then I'm gonna get decrepified, as you see right there. What? No, Zaid, gosh dang it. But eventually you do have to claw your way up here. So if you can drag stuff below, though, it does help. Okay. We'll go get our runes, and we'll resurrect his aid, and we'll give him a new armor to wear. Ooh, a 3 open socket. I'm actually going to keep that as that could be really nice. Maybe we'll make like a treachery or something later on. Who knows, right? Always good to have those. We'll put our runes away. And wave 1 time. Now, if you do not want to fight all this stuff up here, remember we do have a single point in taunt, which can actually be really helpful to drag stuff away. I feel pretty safe and fine doing it right now, but for wave 2, I'll probably actually taunt some stuff. Or I'll just, maybe I'll taunt.
enough mana.
So you can just do that, taunt them down here. That's a great way to just get all of these minions and everything to kind of get away and stop focusing on healing all the mobs and just bring them down here. So just makes it a lot easier. And that poison damage does get nasty. Highly recommended to talk to Mala. Let's go ahead and repair as well. And same thing applies if you want to taunt here as well, you can. Because again, they're not going to be doing other things. They're just going to be coming down and focusing on you. Which can just help out. Dang Hydras, man. Just murder Hazade always and forever. That's okay. He wasn't long for this world. With waves 4 and 5 coming up. He tried his best. That he did. So with wave 4, the biggest thing is, 1, fire res is definitely helpful. Again, if you want, you can totally just use your Cloak of Shadows, and that's going to make it way easier for you, as they're not going to try and surround you. And you can kind of focus on 1, 2 at a time. So that is something that you can definitely do. But you can also just have some fire res, and then you'll probably be fine fighting with them as well, as their fire damage is actually a lot weaker than the Pit Lords in Act 4. Really nice kill.
Moo?
KEKW.
That's what I was gonna say. Condraza, thank you. I don't think we can taunt these guys. But if you would like to fight them, you can. If you don't want to fight these guys, that is also totally viable. And if you don't want to fight them, what you can do is you can literally just drag them out here. And then just teleport back in to the throne room. Or run back in, whatever you want to do. Bale will laugh, and he'll just continue forward. So, that is also an option. Make sure you're on players 1. And this is where we'll go ahead and put our Crush Flange on. And there you can see whenever we get a nice Crush Flange hit, you'll see just a big chunk of his life go away. Just as such. Might want Blessed Aim for this fight. I mean, it would be helpful, but our mercenary is gonna die very, very fast. Let's make sure to keep that active. And you can see, I mean, it works super well. This is if you have some crushing blow. If you don't, this fight will probably take you at this point, maybe like 6 minutes.
Moo.
Be my guess. If you don't have any crushing blow. Donnie Leo, thank you.
Good evening.
But with crushing blow, you can just see the speed picks up tremendously. And having some thawing potions can also be super helpful. It's level 28, 29, 30, wherever you're at, it won't take that long. This is normal. And once you get them down low enough, you can swap the Crush Flange out, as Crush Flange isn't really going to do a lot at this point. And you can just finish them off. And that was easy. Right? How nice was that, guys? Nice and simple. Give yourselves the clap. You have done a wonderful job. Let's go finish up a couple of the quests that we have put off. So we need to go to the Crystalline Passage and go to the Frozen
Make sure your
River.
bar has plenty of lemon tea to soothe the throat and singing voice.
That's right. It's a good point. So we just want to go here to find Frozen River so we can save Anya and get that 10 all-res. Come over here. And don't worry about knowing exactly how these maps work. There's just some of them, and if you learn them, then it's easy. Okay. Talk to Anya. And a quick save. Perfect. And just like that, we have 10 more all-res, which is very helpful. Thank you, Moggle, for the sub. And then we didn't do Act 2, so let's go back and do that one. I do, Jake. I have endgame and leveling. MrLimeSC.com should take you to him. And we'll just go really quickly to the sewers. And just try and get ourselves to Radamant really fast. Which, once again, map hack in your mind video if you wish to learn how to fly through these areas as such. Where's Radamant standing at? Is he in here? Yeah. There he is. And +1 skill. Ooh, a Talrun. Perfect. And with this one skill point here, we can put it into... either battle orders or mace mastery. I'll just go mace mastery right now. We're going to be respecking soon anyways, so it doesn't much matter, you know. And that's normal. So like I say, at this point, you can either go to Nightmare. You're going to be a higher level. So I'll actually go back and just go normal real fast. But we will do the respec at 30. So your homework at this point, if you have not already gotten to level 30, is to do exactly like we said before. Go to like set it players 5, players 7, whatever it is. Get your potions on. And go to the Frigid Highlands. And then just kill these guys, level up, and just quickly level yourself to level 30 if you haven't already. Which, like I say, I mean, I'm sure many of you already did. But if you haven't done it already, this is the time to do it. So that you will be ready for Nightmare. And or going into cows, whatever you want to do for kind of the early piece right there. If you just want to go try and find that crystal sword, broadsword, any of that stuff. But just like that, I'm level 29. You just take that to 30. You can keep doing the same things. And in our Nightmare video, I will discuss the respec that we are going to have. Now, additionally, if you want, you can go ahead and take this character higher than 30 right now. And it's also recommended because going into Nightmare at level 30 can sometimes be a little bit like shaky for some people. So if you want to keep leveling, you can just keep leveling, and then you can do that, or you can respec, but you're not going to have the full advice there. You could go look at the start of the next video when I respec, and then do that, and then come back and level, and I mean, there's all that stuff. Essentially, you're going to want to do this: 1 point in increased speed, 1 point in natural resistance, 1 point into mace mastery, 1-1-1, so 1 point into concentrate, 1 point into leap attack, and then a point in battle command, Warcry. Then you'll start putting your points into battle cry, and you can put a few points into battle orders if you would like, just to go ahead and get a little bit more life there. And then from there, every level you'll just put another point into Warcry over and over and over again. So that'll be something that you'll just keep increasing from there. And you can use that to level up if you would like, or you can just keep doing this. Honestly, frenzying to level is still pretty quick right there, especially with the poison gas potions. And you can level anywhere from 30 to 36, 37, 38, kind of whatever you feel most comfortable with. We'll still have plenty of like leveling opportunity in Nightmare, but you know, you kind of just do what you want to do. So that is that. We'll do a quick gear check of what we're ending on here. We've got Malice, Tal, and Emerald, if you have another Tal that works. Half freeze duration with Lightning Res, Nadir Helm, Stealth, Blood Fist, MF Ring, Random Belt, Attack Rating, and then just some random boots. And some okay charms with a little bit of resistance and a little bit of attack rating, dexterity, things like that. We'll put this into Vitality. And then, of course, this is our skill tree. And yeah, this is normal playthrough Barbarian. I hope that it was helpful to you. I hope that you learned a few things. Thank you, Laserbeams, for the sub. I will see you guys in Nightmare for the playthrough. Continuing there where we actually jump into the Sing Barb and get to start singing. So, mwah, kisses to you all. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night. Peace, YouTube.